beautiful, gorgeous, divine, intuitive beings. How are you doing? I just had to pop on. It's really impromptu little video because I'm really inspired to share with you a little story about this card and about these 10 cards, which is the Muse deck from Chris Ann Donnelly, and what that's got to do with Astro-Tarot-Flamenco. Yeah, might even get a little live show. Not that I'm a flamenco dancer, but should be fun. So say hello if you're here. Great to see you. Let's get this party started on the road. So I'm just doing this really impromptu live. I just felt inspired to come on and let you know what's been happening this side. And I'm going to take you back to Sunday morning. I was sat in my soul sister's bedroom and talking to her about the grief that I had, the regret and the remorse and the shame that I felt about when her father passed, who was my father figure as well. And of course, she was saying to me, "Oh, Tiffany, you know, he would never want you to feel like that, blah, blah, blah." And that was comforting. But you know what it's like when you're in the midst of a shame shitstorm, as Brené Brown puts it, or grief or regret or remorse. You know, people can say the nicest possible things and it might comfort you in the short term, but it doesn't really do much, does it? Kind of maybe just touches the sides, softens the edges a little bit, but that root of it is still there. I know you know what I'm talking about, right? Let me know if you know what I'm talking about. I feel you know what I'm talking about. So she said, you know, he said that guilt was wasted on the dead. I'd never heard that before, but it makes sense. And I said, well, yeah, I mean, I felt really guilty when my cat Tom died, and he, oh my God, went out of his way for weeks to get messages through to me that it wasn't my fault. And she said, really? I said, yes. She said, I don't think I ever met Tom. I said, no. She said, what was he like? I said, he was a big, fat, old, gruff, tabby cat. And she said, open your birthday card. And in that moment, all the shame and the guilt that I was feeling was gone in an instant, an absolute instant. That is the power of a card. And that is why I love working with tarot so much, because you can hypothesize, you can theorize, you can say or think things, but when it's right in front of your face like this, it has a power than no other. I've seen it so much the last week in particular, because I have been working with Natalie Solkala Katz to get the Astro-Tarot-Flamenco up and running. But she sent me a sequence without us talking about what the sequence would be. And I was gobsmacked as I went through the sequence, because it was my job to put the wands cards to each step that she was making of the Astro-Tarot-Flamenco. And we hadn't spoken about it. And I'm going to take you through the steps kind of now. Like I said, I'm not a flamenco dancer. Are you ready for this? So she sent me a video, and the first move started with a clap, which makes total sense because that's the Ace of Wands. And you can see that clap, what we're doing is called Fire Up Your Divine Feminine Mojo with Astro-Tarot-Flamenco. And you can see that so perfectly. The Ace of Wands, which is the root fire. Yes, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. And that clap that actually ignites that divine feminine mojo. So it's the first move. It's called Palmas. So on day one, if you do decide to join us, you can get 5 days for free. The link is in the post that accompanies this video, and it starts tomorrow. Then she will show up and we will be journeying with this card and clapping with it to activate the energy, right? Then she showed me move 2 in the video, of course, which was like she was, let's see if I can do this. I think I'm going to need to stand up for the rest. She was like doing something like this, which seemed like she was expanding the vista. So you had the clap in the Ace of Wands, boom, and then it expanded the vista in the Ace of Wands here, which is the 2 of inspiration in the Muse. And you can see that vista going on here. It's Mars in Aries as well. So that's a real firing up your vision. Then here, number 3, the third move in the Astro-Tarot-Flamenco video that Natalie had was doing something like this. And you can see this in the 3 of Wands in the Muse deck, which is the 3 of inspiration. See how there's that moving to the side, expanding the vista, which is Aries moving from Mars in number 2 to Aries moving into the Sun, which is a real powerful, I can see, it's another ignition of energy. So we have the clap, we have the, and then we have the like this, yes. Then in move number 4, what Natalie did was really the first bit of footwork. I just did that just now for effect. But the first bit of footwork is like toe, heel, toe, heel. It's 4. Toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. And you can see that here in the 4 of inspiration. It's like just this coming together, this activating going on. It was fascinating, totally fascinating. I think there's Venus in Aries, so it's like a coming together. Then the next one, it's the 5 of inspiration, the 5 of Wands. And the next move that Natalie did in the video went a bit like this. I'll give it a go for you. It went a bit like ba 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 ba. And you can see this here. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Yes. And then the 6th move that Natalie did in the video was kind of like an Olé move. It was like Olé. And look what you see here. I can't get over just how flamenco-ish Chris Ann Donnelly's Muse Tarot is. And then in number 7, the move that Natalie did, oh, that was like a hand on the hip and kind of drawing your boundary move. Look what you got there in the 7 of Wands, or the 7 of inspiration as it's called in the Muse deck. Then the 8th move that she did, which is very much a powering on, yes, was something along, like I said, I'm not a flamenco dancer, but it was something along the lines of, so she was moving forward like the arrow in the card, and there was this slapping the thighs as she did so. Pow, 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 pow. And then the 9 of Wands is normally a bit more boundaried in traditional tarot, but in the Muse deck, it's a bit softer, it's a bit more feminine, and that's exactly how Natalie did it. It was like moving one hip and drawing a circle, moving the other hip and drawing a circle. So it's like exactly like the card, is it not? And then number 10 was like this. See if I can do it. You ready? No. Let's try again. Something like that. It was like ba ba and 10 fingers. Ba ba, like full up to the top there. I was totally and utterly gobsmacked. And what this live is here to help you do is to help you see the power of the pictures. When you put tarot to something in life, how it fires it up. Imagine how that can then fire you further with flamenco. Because those of you that have journeyed with me before, we've been doing it with the tarot. We've never done it with tarot and flamenco. Flamenco is pictured so perfectly in this deck as well, in this suit of the wands, which is what I've tied it into. And as you can see, I started at the beginning by telling you the astrology aspects, because each tarot card has an astrological aspect. So, do you want to join us? Do you want to learn a flamenco move a day and journey with a card a day and power up and fire up your divine feminine mojo? You can have 5 days free from tomorrow. All you need to do is click that link that is in there with the post. That's it for now. Hope to see you there. Bye.